Losing weight is extremely easy if you know what you're doing. This is Daniel with Modern Physique, here with another fat loss video. So if you are struggling to burn off some of those extra pounds, well, congratulations, you landed on the correct video. So let's dive straight to it. Now, the very first thing that we gotta talk about is understanding calories. Losing weight is a calorie game. Eat more calories than your body needs and, well, you're gonna gain weight. On the other side, if you eat less calories than your body eats, well, you're gonna lose weight. But now, how exactly do we know if we're eating more calories than our body needs or if we're eating less calories than our body needs? Well, that's where understanding what our maintenance calories are. In other words, how many calories do you have to eat in a single day to not gain weight and to not lose weight? See, I've covered this in the past in other videos, but if you don't know how many calories you have to eat in order to maintain your weight, how on earth do you expect to know how many calories you need to eat to effectively lose fat? Or do you just plan to just crash diet until you're just starving all the time and just hope for the best? Well, that might work, but I have an easier way for you. How about we do this? How about you get your current body weight and we go ahead and multiply that by 15. And then let's say that we leave a margin of error of about maybe 250 calories. So how about we say the formula is gonna be your body weight times 15 plus minus 250 calories. Using the simple formula, if you're a moderately active person, you could expect to precisely get into your maintenance calorie range. Now, it might be off by maybe 200 to 300 calories, depending on one, your metabolism and how active you truly are, how much cardio you do throughout the day. So if you're eating your maintenance calories throughout this formula, yet you notice that a few weeks pass by and you're either gaining weight or you start losing weight, well, adjust your calories accordingly, right? If you're gaining weight, just taper down until you notice that a couple weeks pass by and you're not gaining weight, you're not fluctuating in weight. Now, from there, since you already know what are your maintenance calories, it's very easy to start establishing a good, healthy deficit. And for anyone who doesn't know what a calorie deficit is, because trust me, when I started, I had no idea what any of this meant. It's just pretty much this. If you're in a calorie deficit, you're eating less calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. So see, what you want to do here is, once you know what are your maintenance calories, you want to create a nice, light calorie deficit, maybe around 3 to 4 to 500 calories a day. Now, I wouldn't go any higher than that. So in other words, let's say that your maintenance calories, just for a simplicity's sake, let's say that it's about 3,000 calories per day. So you could safely cut down to about 2,700 to 2,500 calories per day, and that's gonna help you lose about 1 pound of fat per week. 1 pound of fat is gonna be in a healthy range. I wanna say it's gonna be in the upper of the healthy range. You never wanna lose weight too quickly, because if you lose weight too quickly, most of that weight is just gonna be muscle mass that you lose. It's not gonna be actual body fat. And what we really wanna do is actually lower our body fat percentage, not just our overall weight. I can care less how much I actually weigh. What I really wanna see in a fat loss phase is actually my body fat percentage go down. So you decided you're gonna lose about 1 pound of fat per week, so you're gonna create a 500 daily calorie deficit. So you're eating about 2,500 calories per day, right? So the next question logically is gonna be, well, what should I be eating with those 2,500 calories? Well, here comes the next part of this video. Understanding what are your macros and your micronutrients. Now, more importantly, your macronutrients, okay? Those are gonna be your proteins, your healthy fats, and your carbohydrates. Now, while all three of these macros are essential for a healthy lifestyle, let's be honest, when it comes to fat loss, the most important thing that you first have to take a look at is gonna be your protein intake. See, when it comes to this, you really wanna aim to eat about 1 gram of protein per body pound that you currently weigh. By doing this, you're gonna help preserve any lean muscle tissue that you currently have, and heck, you could even add some lean tissue along the way, depending on where you are in your fitness journey, right? But it's also gonna help you keep fuller throughout the day. If you're already eating less food, why not choose foods that keep you fuller throughout the day? Definitely try to eat a high protein diet. Now, when I say a high protein diet, you only need about 1 gram per body pound. You don't need to eat 9,000 grams of protein in a day. No, there's no point. You're just gonna be wasting money at that point, okay? Now, if it keeps you fuller and it helps you stay on your diet, there's nothing wrong with eating a little bit more protein. Just let's be clear, you just don't need anything beyond that point. Next up are going to be your carbohydrates. And guys, I know that this gets a bad rep. Carbs are the devil, they make you fat. No, eating too many calories makes you fat. Carbs are fantastic. You see, here's the thing. Carbohydrates are not going to make you fat. Like I said, eating more calories than your body burns are going to make you fat. Carbohydrates are going to provide slow, steady energy throughout the day. Don't make the same mistake I made, you guys. When I started off my journey back around 12 years ago, I thought carbs were really bad. All the advice was out there is that carbs are bad. You have to avoid carbs. Now, honestly, I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that I ever made in my journey. Now, think of carbohydrates as that fuel for that exotic power of a machine that is your body. How many carbs should you be eating throughout the day? Well, that all really depends. See, the way that I like to do it is I'm not saying it's the best way or it's the only way. It's how I like to do this. See, what I like to do is I'll calculate how many calories are in the protein that I need for my daily intake, right? Then from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get my fats, right? My healthy fats, and I'm gonna take my overall calorie intake and I'm gonna multiply that by about 20%, meaning 20% of my calories are gonna come from healthy fats. Here's the thing. If you already know how many calories you're eating in protein and how many calories you're eating in fats, and you already know how many calories you're allowed in a certain day to eat, well, it's very simple. All you need to do now is, well, if I've already eaten this amount of calories, anything that's left, it's free game to eat it in carbs, fats, or carbohydrates, or protein, whichever you decide. I'm saying go out and eat 2 pizzas with these extra carbs. No, I mean, you're not gonna lose any weight, but feel free to use these carbohydrates to give you energy. And not all carbs are fast burning. You can actually keep your body quite full throughout the day if you eat, let's say, plenty of fruit, vegetables, plenty of oats and whole grains. These, when you weigh out the calories that they have versus the effect that they have on keeping you full throughout the day, it's a no-brainer, you guys. At this point, you know what calories are. You know what your maintenance calories are. Heck, you even know how to apply a calorie deficit, my boy. You know how to lose weight. So what do you need to know from this point on? Well, you need to know how to make it easy for yourself and how to make it realistic. That way, you not only lose the weight, but you keep it off. What exactly does that mean? Well, first thing is set realistic goals, you guys, okay? There's nothing more frustrating or unrealistic that when I hear somebody say, hey, my goal is to lose 100 pounds of fat in the next 3 months. Like, what? What? Do you even realize what that means? You would need to lose 1.11 pounds per day. You would need to be at like a 2,700 calorie deficit per day. How about you tell me, hey, I want to lose 100 pounds of fat in the next 2 to 3 years. Now that sounds more realistic. Now, does it sound fun having to wait 2 to 3 years to lose it? No. Is it gonna be better for your health? Yes. Is it gonna be more likely that you actually keep the weight off? Also, yes. So do I recommend setting unrealistic goals like this? No! Another mistake that I see so much is just trying to do so much of an upfront deficit combined with a hardcore bodybuilding style diet. Like, why are you doing that to yourself? There are so many ways to create a calorie deficit while still being able to pretty much enjoy life and lose weight. I mean, I don't know why you want to torture yourself. See, here's the thing I learned a long time ago. Losing weight is extremely easy if you know what you're doing. For example, you need to create a 300 to 500 calorie deficit, yet you drink soda, you eat candy, whatnot, right? So how about one of the easiest things that you could do to just drastically cut down your calorie intake is switching from a calorie beverage like normal soda to like some sort of diet beverage that has, guess what? 0 calories. Like, bro, You could drink Diet Coke, Diet Sprite, and look, you could even drink coffee. All of this is gonna help you keep your sugar cravings down, while at the same time drastically lowering your calorie intake. And while I'm on the subject, I have nothing against sugar itself. I do believe that eating sugar is not inherently bad as long as you don't consume it in obscene amounts, right? But here's the thing that I noticed in me. Once I did drastically reduce my sugar intake, as in eliminating sugary drinks, eliminating the sugar that I drink in my coffee. I drink just plain black coffee just because I like it. Now, here's the thing. My body kind of got used to that, and now I don't crave sugar anymore. I just don't like it. It's actually quite the opposite now. I don't like the taste of sugar. Like, if you give me a sugary coffee or normal soda, I just don't enjoy it anymore. I don't really miss it anymore. Now, another great thing that I discovered, this is fantastic. I'm pretty sure that everyone here has probably seen these before, but there's one thing that was always my weakness, and that was ice cream. Oh, I was a weak boy for ice cream. So once I found these, these were a game changer. Breyer's ice cream only has 150 calories. 150 calories per serving. It only has 11 grams of carbohydrates. 11 grams. When you look at this, it's amazing. Now, are these the best tasting ice cream bars in the world? No. But while you're in a diet and you're craving sugar, do these taste freaking fantastic? Yeah. Great thing about these, they're not even that expensive. They're like $8 for 6 bars. Go to Walmart and grab yourself a pack. Do yourself a favor. I even had popcorn, and sometimes I even had Pop-Tarts, to be honest, on my fat loss diet. But no, everyone else wants to tell you have to eat rice, chicken, and broccoli 6 times a day, or else you're just gonna become this overweight, obese thing, right? Why? Tip here is, guys, have realistic goals for yourself and just try to avoid body dysmorphia as much as possible. See, I see this all the time. You see all the influencers, you see all the people on Instagram, they have ripped abs, they have veins, striations, and everything. And the thing that you don't realize is that most of these people, one, they have amazing genetics for this. Amazing genetics. They could just breathe and they just lose fat, right? 2, some of them are on sports enhancing drugs, meaning they're on PEDs, they're on steroids. So unless you're planning on just, screwing up your hormone levels for no apparent reason, well, you're not really gonna look like that. And not only do these people have amazing genetics, like top of the top genetics, well, they're on drugs, and they most likely have been at this for years and years and years. So it's unrealistic for you to compare yourself now to those amazing physiques that you see on Instagram and on YouTube. What I want you to do, and what I did, is just picture the best version of you, okay? Yes, it's good to use some people for inspiration and motivation, but just limit it to that. Don't aspire to have somebody's physique or whatever, because you can only have your physique. And that's the thing, your genetics are your genetics, so just strive to be the best version of yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. That's extremely toxic and unhealthy for your own mental health. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see even more in detail, in-depth, step-by-step guide on how to lose fat, watch this video right here.